what would be your advice to entrepreneurship in terms of building their personal brand, getting their message out, if they just don't feel comfortable getting in front of a camera or sharing their voice?
Find out if you're comfortable in a medium that does work for you, because a lot of people don't feel comfortable in front of a camera, and I understand that. Insecurity about the way one looks is a huge thing for the world. Genuinely enjoying privacy and not wanting to be known out there. Like, there's a million reasons why, and that's amazing. Maybe you should write. You know, writing is an incredible way. Writing blog posts, writing copy. Maybe you're a photographer and you can write a couple sentences, so all of a sudden Instagram works. Maybe you don't like to talk in camera, but you love to talk, and you can record it and you can build a huge, podcast. Find a medium that does work for you. And oh, by the way, if nothing can be found, then that's okay too. You're just leaving a lot of opportunity on the table, and that's okay too.
Okay.
Right?
So, yeah.
An important point. And this is what's fun about maturing. I find myself articulating that I used to think people understood and were assumed when I talked. So I look back at old content, I'm like, I was more definitive. Like, it was these absolute hard statements. And I thought that, and wrongfully, that it was contextualized through the breadth of everything I was saying. Now I think I'm more thoughtful of delivering what I just said, which was find a medium. Oh, by the way, if you can't, that's okay. And, but recognize, much like work ethic, you're gonna leave some opportunity on the table. And guess what? If you wanna build a great business, plenty of people build it without building a personal brand. Now, if you build it, it will lead to things. Not to mention the thing that I'm doing it for. My great grandkids are gonna really, really know me. No, I mean this. Like, yes, I like the fact business for VaynerMedia and other things, that's good. But that's tiny. What I really like is when I'm 87 and I give some advice to my granddaughter, she's gonna be able to go back and look at something I said in 2015 that was consistent to something I'm telling her in 2064. And I think it's gonna land better because she's not gonna think old granddad is just trying to fucking tell her that. She's gonna be like, fuck, this guy really believes that.
I love that. But Gary, don't you think it's getting way too competitive on social media? You have people like Jay Shetty, like,
of course,
and they've nailed it. Now turned it into a science.
Of course, that's it. It should be merit-based.
But doesn't that set the bar so high for the rest of us? No,
it just means that what you're gonna get is what you're gonna get. That would have happened if those people were alive or not. The world is abundant. Let there be no confusion. The world is abundant. Me and anybody else, we are not taking eyeballs away from you. There are plenty of eyeballs. That's just the truth. It's just true. It's just true. The question you just asked is the same question I was asked 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago, 8 years ago, and there's many more people on now, and I'll be asked it again in 20 years, and it's still gonna be the same answer. The world is abundant. You are gonna get what you're gonna get. Nobody's, I've met a lot of people that are like, oh, that influencer's taking my audience. I'm like, first of all, it's not your audience. The audience is the audience. Nobody owns anything. Number two, there are 7.7 billion people on earth. There's plenty of audience for you. And if you're bringing value and somebody else is bringing value in a similar genre, because no two people are the same, they're gonna consume both. Actually, good job, Sarma. Like, they're gonna consume both.